Afternoon, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to the August 14th meeting of the Public Facilities Committee. And our first order on our agenda today is to approve the minutes for 7/17.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second that.
Smart. Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Now we can move on to the privilege of the floor.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I just wanted to take a second at this opportunity to, I think you all probably know Jennifer, but I just want to make sure Jennifer is the new budget director, so she's here today and will be at the future committee meetings. And then also Blake Eric, he is our new employee with the county and the finance department, and so he'll be participating in a lot of meetings going forward as well. He's the director of administrative services and leading up the we talked last month about the restructuring, and so he'll be helping a lot leading that new fiscal group. So,
All right. Good to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
and
Welcome.
also taking over for Kathleen
Mhm.
with on the ARPA administration. So he'll be
Oh,
overseeing that, keeping track of all those projects.
good. So,
I don't object. to taking that piece over, so. I have no arguments there.
good. All right. Thank you very much for those introductions. And welcome, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, then let's move on to our first proposed resolution on the agenda, the modification of membership of North Chautauqua County Water District Administrative Board, and we have a guest speaker.
Pierre Chagnon, Chairman of the Legislature.
Thank you, Pierre.
I'm here to speak about this resolution. As we have discussed a bit previously, the audit that was done of the North Chautauqua County Water District by the state controller had some concerns. Although we haven't received the report, we did in out briefings hear some of their concerns. One of their strongest concerns was the board of the North County Water District, as it's presently comprised, has 9 members. 5 of the 9 members represent the Chadwick Bay intermunicipal organization, the CBI. And so they pointed out very clearly that CBI is essentially the only customer of the North County Water District. So the majority of the North County Water District Board is comprised of representatives of their only customer. Conflict of interest in their mind. So we were proposing to completely restructure the board of the North County Water District. But in further discussions with the current board members, with Kathy Tampio, who's been acting as the executive director of that water district, and with the legislators who we were suggesting be appointed to that water district board, there was a lot of concerns raised about losing the knowledge, history, and experience with the creation of that water district. And that water district is still under construction. It's not completed yet. So we stepped back and reconsidered. And so we came up with an alternative proposal. Rather than to eliminate the 5 members of the customer, we decided to add 2 legislators to the board of the Water District Board. So the customer would no longer have a majority of the Water District Board. Not to say that anything nefarious was going on, but to eliminate any potential for conflict of interest if they had a majority of the Water District Board. Now, we're hoping that this solution will be acceptable to the state controller once we receive their final report. but we thought that it would be expeditious to proceed at this time and get the two legislators engaged and involved with the water district as soon as possible. So that's what this resolution does, is it appoints two legislators to the North County Water District Board. And they will be the two legislators representing districts
2 and 7.
2 and 7, which are areas that are covered by the North County Water District, largely, not entirely, but largely. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
That makes 3, right? A total 3 legislators.
There is currently
exist.
one legislator on the North County Water District Board, so we would then have 3 legislators on the North County Water District Board.
And it's still 4 from the customer? Or
No, 5 from the customer. It'll be 6 not from the customer.
Okay.
Does the controller's office know we're trying to get ahead of them here or not?
Yes.
Okay.
They're appreciative of the fact that
Oh,
we're
okay.
taking their concerns seriously and trying to address them, even before they issue their formal report.
Yeah. Good.
I think it shows wisdom, keeping the membership in place that has the knowledge base needed to continue to offer the guidance and support for the district. So
Yes.
that just shows, to me, it's just a great move.
And the representatives of the customer still represent the communities because they're town board supervisors or village mayor. So they represent the end users of the water district. So it's good to keep them involved. We were a little hasty in deciding to throw out the baby with the bathwater and start all over. I think this is a much better solution to the concerns that were raised.
Sounds like it. It sounds like you really put a lot of thought into this. It's,
That's why it took so long to get us to this point.
all right. Any further questions from the committee? Okay. Then in that case, all in favor of the proposed resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? And the resolution carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Peter. Good afternoon.
My name's Tim Card, Director of Public Facilities.
Thank you.
The first resolution I have today is pursuant to Resolution 257-20, Chautauqua County accepted grant funds from New York State Department of Transportation, Section 5311, Title 49 of the United States Code. It's $15,000 award for replacement of tablets and hardware for the carts department. Okay. And what that is roughly 35 tablets that they use. It's for all the driver scheduling, and then also to keep the proof for all the Medicaid for the rides that they provide. Basically, it's the daily operation for the carts drivers for their scheduling. And roughly, they replace these tablets every 2 to 3 years. And I believe it's 35 of them that they're replacing. And our cost out of the $15,000 is $1,500.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, I'd like to jump in really quickly. You all
Yes,
have
yes.
an amendment to this resolution on your desks.
Mhm.
All that needed to be changed, I added increase appropriation account A9950-0.9 for the interfund transfer, just to balance out the transaction. So that amendment was made, and the amendment is what's in front of you all today.
I'd like to make a motion to include the amendment.
Yes, by substitution. I think we can do that by substitute the amended one. Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much.
Do we need a second on that?
Right here too.
Ye-
I will second that, certainly, yes. Yep.
Okay, we have the motion and a second to accept the amended version. All in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? And I guess we can vote on the amended version. Unless are there any other questions about the amended version?
I was going to ask Tim how many you already answered and how long they last. You already answered, so took care of those.
These are inexpensive items.
Yeah.
If you can get 35 of them for $15,000.
Mhm. Thank you.
Okay, so all in favor of the proposed resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, and the resolution carries.
Okay. The next resolution I have today is a replacement of County Bridge 830, which is on Courtright Road, over Broken Straw Creek. It's bin number 3324890 in the town of Harmony. And the appointments of cost of such program now estimated $330,000. Again, this is the design phase, right of way surveys and all that kind of information. And our cost is $16,500 out of the 330.
Sounds good.
I just wanted to ask a question. Was this one of the bridges on the original, like, top priority list?
Yeah, this is a bridge that Lex has on his list. He says probably this bridge will go in 2025, the work. By
Oh,
the time they go through the design phase and everything and the planning, it'll be 2025 probably.
Just the one down by Niobe?
Yeah. right
Okay,
there at the
okay.
railroad tracks.
Yep, right after the track. Well,
Yeah.
depends which way you're going, but yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And this is the engineering is going to be by an outside firm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any other questions concerning this project or resolution, rather? Okay. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, the resolution carries. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, how are you?
Good. Yes, please introduce yourself.
Shannon Barnhart, manager of airports.
Thank
Shannon
you.
Fisher, actually, just got officially changed today, so.
Oh, my goodness. Very
That's my
good.
official name now.
Congratulations.
I'm here previously we had asked to apply for an FAA grant for phase 2 of our fence project at the Jamestown Airport. We are just now completing phase 1, which went really well. And hoping that the time frame for this one comes through so they don't have to leave and they can just go right into it. The FAA's time frame, as we know, is not always the same as ours. So I asked them to call me the first week of August if there was potential to get this full grant. And they did. And they said they can't tell me 100%, but they would like me to take it to you guys to get passed for the full amount. So that we will know officially the last week of August, first week of September. But I didn't want to come to you guys and ask for an emergency resolution again, like we did last year. So if I'm asking to accept the FAA's award for this phase 2 fence project for the full amount of $2 million, and then the local share of that's the $105,900. So trying to be proactive on this one instead of having to have a second meeting this month with you guys. So.
and we can do that.
I was going to say, can we do that?
Yeah.
Looking at me.
Uh,
So you're
let's see.
approving a
Oh, yes.
resolution.
Yes.
Maybe later, what I'm hearing is maybe later the resolution could have to be changed.
To lower.
To
If
lower.
anything, it would be lower.
But
This is the maximum amount that we asked for to apply for, and this is what they told me to ask you guys for.
right, and
So-
so I think it's fine to pass this resolution today. I think Shannon was just wanting to make you aware that there would be a possibility that something would need to be changed in the future.
Yeah, it would be lower.
But she's optimistic.
I'm very optimistic, especially, since they've
That's why Krista's here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
thank you.
Shannon,
Chris.
would that change potentially come through prior to the August legislature meeting, or it would be after that?
It would be between the legislative meeting and the first week in September.
Okay,
So that, and last year, that's exactly what happened. I was at a conference, I think we had to do a Zoom call. The time frame never works out, and they ask us, can you accept it in 1 to 2 week period? So
Always.
we're always rushing, and then you guys have to do another meeting, so they were nice enough to call the first week and say, we're almost
anticipate.
100% sure that you're going to get this, but we can't officially say it until the FAA grants all of their awards the first week in September, so trying to just not have to do this twice.
Right.
And Mike,
Makes
does
sense.
state or the local change or how?
It would only go lower, so this
So,
is the
Yeah.
maximum
Either of
amount that
those,
can be
okay.
awarded, is the 2 million. And this would actually be every add-on that we asked for, so, and they did the same thing last year. Actually, last year what happened was they gave us the base bid, and then, they had extra money, and they said, oh, we can fund the entire amount, can you have this approved by your legislature within 2 weeks? So we had to call
Another
emergency
meeting.
session to do all that. So right now, they told me, you're most likely gonna get the max amount, can you just ask for that? So that's why that's what we're doing.
The startup of the grant application, did that originate with us or originate with the FAA?
The grant application starts with us.
Okay.
So it goes on, we do a 5-year.
It wasn't-
improvement.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, we just do a 5-year airport capital improvement plan, and then it's by priority. We submit, I had to ask you guys to be able to apply for this grant. We did, and we put the application in February, maybe, or last year.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's 1 year in advance.
1 year,
and
okay.
they Issued the awards.
Perfect, yep. And then at the very end, they want you to
Yep.
grab the time. Yeah.
This again, just because Bob Scudder's not here, to ask, he always says is there any like obligation from doing this? Like, or what is the obligation to, if you accept, I get the impression last year that this was something that, first of all, we need anyway.
Yeah.
Whether or not, no matter what the outcome of the study, the current study is, we still need
So this has nothing to do with any study. So there's an airport capital improvement plan that we do, which is 5 years, which we prioritize what the main projects are at the airport. That's gonna happen forever to keep, improving the airports over time. So Bob's issue is that there's a 20-year time frame on any FAA acceptance of money. So, and that's basically because this is the life of the actual fence or the runway project. They're not gonna give us the same amount of money within that 20-year period to do it again.
No.
But, we would have to pay it back, to them if something happened and the airports weren't here within that period because there's a 20-year time frame. So he doesn't like that.
I mean, if the airport closed
Yes.
before,
That's the only way that it would happen.
okay. Whether or not they have commercial airlines,
Yeah,
as long as it
that has nothing to-
remains.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need
Still-
the airports regardless and there's
still have
still
to-
improvements regardless of having commercial service or not.
Okay.
Good.
Any further questions? Okay. All in favor of the proposed resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? The resolution carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And that brings us to the end of our agenda, except for other. Does anyone have anything to bring before the committee under other? Hearing nothing, I guess we can look for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
All right. And all in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
20 minutes.
We did that in record time.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick around for that. Are you on?
I'm on it.
You're
You're
on
on
it.
my calendar, and I realized I sent to everybody, so I'm just trying to delete it.
No, that's fine. I know